It's delicious.
Hello friends, it's Lavi here. Welcome back and thanks for tuning in. If you haven't done so yet, press the subscribe button at the bottom. So today's video is going to be on, for example, if someone introduces themselves to me and says their name is like Bill, in my head I think, you don't look like a Bill. So when I see someone, immediately I can see their facial structure and the way that they speak and they hold themselves and their body language and so forth, and immediately I think of a different name for them. It's not to be rude, it's just from my mentality, it's a way for me to remember who they are. Unless you leave a lasting impression on me, then obviously I'll remember you real quick. But sometimes I have a tendency to do that. Even with my students, a lot of my students are called the same name. So they give themselves their own English names, or their previous English teachers have given them a random English name. And I literally have 6 students in my class called Jerry. Jerry, or Amy. I have an Amy baby, an Annie baby, a Lily, Annie's, Anna, Jerry, Tom's, Kevin's, Jack's, Jeff's. All of these generic, John is another one. All of these generic English names, mostly in China, they all seem to have the same generic English name. The other day I was talking to the reprographics guy and I was like, I have been in and out of this room and I haven't even asked you your name. So he told me his name, his English name, and he was like, my name's John. And I was like, fuck. Another generic English name. And I was like, but what's your Chinese name? And he was like, Gu Yinsen. And I was like, Gu Yinsen. Ah, okay. What about, okay, I asked him first. I was like, is it okay for me to give you an English name? And he was like, yeah, go ahead. And I was like, Gary. Just rolled off my tongue. And he was like, oh, actually that's quite an interesting name. He's never heard of that name, and it was unique for his Chinese name and the way it sounded, its pronunciation. Just randomly picked out of the, you know, the web, who are famous actors or actresses here in China. What would their English name be, just based on the pronunciation of their Chinese name? So let's take a look. Okay, so I am back with my news anchor news presenter glasses and my and my clicker. Well, I've only done a selection of boy names and a selection of girls' names as well. Just bear with me with the pronunciation of the Chinese, okay? It has been a struggle today. I have been struggling today, so let me be, okay? So the first one is like one of the famous actors in China, and his name, he already has an English name which actually suits his Chinese pronunciation. His Chinese name, his pink. Oh my God, I can't even put your teeth down. Hu Ge. So I was like, Hu Ge, what could that be? And I thought, oh, Hugh, which is actually he's chosen that, which, you know, no surprise, he's a smart guy. So Hu Ge is Hugh, which I would have gone for as well. The second one, number 2, would be, he's a YouTuber, but he's called himself Mike. Yeah. So his Chinese name is Chen Xing. Chen Xing. Yeah. So I was sat there for a while because I was like, Chen Xing. Colin. There's not many Collins about nowadays. I used to have a Colin in my primary school. I do wonder what happened to him now. Anyway, but Colin. It sounds how it sounds. To me, it makes sense, you know, because you have the Shin, Lin, Colin, Shin. Yeah. The third one for the boys is Louis. And I was like, well, Louis would be Louis or Luke if he didn't like Louis. So Louis. And then we had number 4, which is this one. I was like, oh my gosh, taking so long. Number 4 would be Beijing. For a while I was like, what could that be? And I thought of Bradley, but I'm listening to it now and I still want to change it, but I don't know what to change it to. Beijing. I'm just thinking of Baiju. Which is not a name, it's alcohol. It's a Chinese alcohol here, so it has no relation to any names whatsoever. Sorry. Beijing. I think I'm gonna stick with Bradley. So Beijing is Bradley. Yeah. So okay, so moving on to the girls' names now. Okay, so these ones are all except one are all famous actresses in China. So let's have a look. So the first one I have is Li Xiaotian. And I was thinking of Louisa. Li Xiaotian. There we go. We got it. Whew. Takes a while, but you know, you gotta fail to succeed. You gotta keep going over that hurdle. Got there. Fan Bingbing, she's like amazing here. Fan Bingbing, she just made me think of Bye Felicia. I don't know why, but that's a saying. Like, it's like a saying from, you know, comes from a movie. But like, Bye Felicia. But obviously I can't give her that as a name. That's just rude. It's like Fan Bingbing, Bye Felicia. I don't know why. Just roll with it. But Fan Bingbing, I thought of Georgina. The Bingbing, Georgina. Third one is Zhang Zi. Oh, I feel like an OAP. I need to put my teeth in. Zhang Ziyi, and I thought of Annalise. You know why I chose Annalise? Because of How to Get Away with Murder is just making me all types of emotional over here. How to Get Away with Murder. Woo. And then I have number 4 was Yuan Li, and I thought of Yasmin or Yasmin, because there's 2 types of different spellings of Yasmin. So either Yasmin or Yasmin. Why is that one so much easier for me? Create your own, so you're picking your own name. via the pronunciation of your Chinese name. So I don't think it's very difficult. You just hear it, and it also helps with your listening skills as well. So when someone's calling your name in English, I think you also know that it associates with their Chinese name as well. You get what I mean? So it's like interlinked. That's my outlook on it, and I know, like, you know, people can do whatever they want. I just thought it would be a good approach to help people find their English name. Okay guys, so I hope you liked the video. Leave a comment, a like, or whatever, and remember to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye friends.
Let me sit this ass on you, show you how I feel.